Let's make sure we protect each other's mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. You like to talk a lot of smack. You spy and lie, you boast, always gotta do the most behind my back. When you're faced with all the facts, you switch right up, you don't remember all of that. Showing off like you're in a pageant, bragging on about your status. Little do they know there's a real dark method to your madness. All the hate you brew inside, tragic. From a monster to the victim, play the role so well, dramatic. Is that it? Moving on, now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. You're no match for me or the power of my tongue. Let me show you how it's done. I can too terrorize you for fun. Demon be gone. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist, it's always your way, it's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, decline. You want what's mine, try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. You always wanna start a fight, no rules, never can you lose, no clue to why you always gotta be right. Tell me why you're so uptight, if it's all for show. Gotta let shit flow, gotta let shit go. Can't dwell on it your whole life. Get back, I don't want your static. Nothing but a drama addict. Those repeated cycles. I have studied all your habits, but the way you stare at me, you savage. Try to pawn your pain on me, return to sender with that package and trash it. Moving on, now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. No more dragging me through the dirt, teach you right from wrong. Once that truth turns to karma, you're done. Demon be gone. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows.
Love and light, love and light.
Your traumas and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give it nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist, it's always your way, it's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say. What's mine? Try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. Try to take my soul, try to switch them roles, that destiny swapping, mocking, blocking shit. It's a no-go, all that ego doesn't fit. Only care for the glam, only care for the glitz. Way too grubby, but you wanna give gifts. Indian giver on a power trip, acting like you rich. All the money in the world wouldn't change your attitude. Love bomb if you want, won't change my point of view on you as you laugh and you flaunt. Take your exit too. You're no match for the highest with authority over you. True. Now back to the money. You say you built the hive, forcing me the honey. Don't wanna be exposed, so you're acting all chummy. No one is around, now you wanna act funny. Bummy, pick a personality, many burn bridges. Friendship fatality, you see it one way. I see duality like calories, burn away them dark principalities. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist, it's always your way.
Grand Rising, Namaste, Ashe, salutations, shalom, peace, peace, peace. I know you guys are thinking, like, what could we possibly talk about now? Well, I mean, the backdrop says it all. Like, everything is right here on this backdrop. The goals, right? To influence, right? So that's why you see this whole social media push. You see the AI agenda. You see the, you know, the whole backdrop. Like, just look at the board. You see Atwoods over there. You see who else is on the board? Look behind the head right there. Just look behind this head. If you got your phone, turn your phone sideways, right? Zoom in, do whatever, but look at the white board, right? You see the Atwoods, you see Atwoods is at the top. You see the horse girl or whatever, Beverly is on there. You see Maggie, you see Perry, right? You see Jaguar, you see Donat, you see Big Hungry Cece, right? These are characters, right? These are characters that are placed out there in order to, you know, create chaos. These is the agents of chaos, right? This is why Jaguar was at Mar-a-Lago, you know what I mean, receiving the award, right? Because these are the infiltrators, these are the perpetrators, these are the characters that they put out there to cause mass chaos on social media. Oh, they didn't believe it could be done, but here it is, right? Make a mockery of the Sean Combs case by attacking victims and so on and so forth, right? Create a controversy with conspiracy theorists, right? So go out there, compose as a conspiracy theorist, compose as a spiritualist, right? Fake like you're attached to all religions and so on and so forth, because we want you to pretend like you're a spiritual being and this is part of the ascension process and so on and so forth. So we want to play this psychological game, but we want to do it on a global scale. So this is literally a social experiment, right? For mass hysteria, manipulation, so on and so forth, right? That's all this is. This is why these people don't want to teach you how to love, right? And let's look at the misinformation campaign, right? Ironically, it's UK team leads, right? And then you got Canada, US, Australia, and Ireland, you know, so on and so forth, right? These are the where the groups are coming out of. You know what I mean? This is a whole campaign, if you would say, right? And it can be because of the Epstein stuff, right? It can be because, you know, maybe the Democrats are about to get more seats in the Senate and they're about to be able to push for impeachment, right? Maybe Trump has an idea. Maybe Trump has said, I know, if we go under the laws of war, nothing can change power if we're in war, right? So you put the world in this type of headlock to where, as though, if they do say that we're at war, guess what? He can't be impeached, right? No, nobody can. He can't change seats, right? I mean, he just learned that from the Ukrainian president. The Ukrainian president said nothing can pass because we're under war, so I'm stuck in this seat, right? The Ukrainians, they want him out, but because he's stuck in this war title, they can't get him out the seat. Now, what if Trump is secretly doing the same thing? To where, as though, if America say we under war, guess what? You can't impeach him. He's the last sitting president, right? Just like he said from the beginning. He said, all you Christians, all you religious people, get out there and vote. It's the last vote, right? He said we rigged it up. He said we rigged it up so that way you don't have to vote again after this. Huh? He said that when he was running for office. Now he's in office. What do you think he's doing? Huh? Kidnapping presidents. That's got to be unprecedented, right? Fucking with oil rigs. And international waters at that. Telling NATO that NATO owes him. You know, it wouldn't be a NATO if it wasn't for me. Damn. The nerve of you. All the Americans that died for this country, all the people that passed for this country and went out for this country, and you out here taking credit for all of it. Huh? Like Rick Ross said, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Huh? How you get so much credit for what America did? You say, NATO owes you, so on and so forth. Right? They trying to impeach him, right? Because they know the story now. The story's out. You can go get the Epstein's files. I looked at it for a little bit, but I wouldn't dare talk about it because I was like, whoa. See, and you can get the redacted part put back on there. See, all you got to do is just copy it and then go on to, I ain't going to go into the details because they probably on to it now, but you can see all the stuff that they blacked out. You can see the part where they say Donald Trump was involved with allegedly a 13-year-old that they unalived and so on and so forth, as he sat, in Detroit and watched on Lake Michigan and watched. That they were talking about Trump, right? And then they also say that Charlie Clerk's wife is actually someone from the island. Huh? Apparently, under Donald Trump, she's a honeypot. How deep is this shit going to go? That means she was planted in Charlie Clerk's life. And when he disagreed with whatever, she told and they took him out. That means she was a plant that whole time. All the love, all the having the baby shit meant nothing. That's crazy. This whole time, they got deep into stories about Romania and her being a part of a group, some church that Epstein paid for in Romania, so on and so forth. Y'all don't see the connections to all of this? Huh? This is why SpongeBob came out with a movie on Christmas. SpongeBob is connected to Nickelodeon, which is shaped just like Epstein Island. Ironically, come out with a movie where you put Ice Spice in the movie, but y'all think she's saying big guy, but she's saying big got. All the young kids on the internet, they know what a got is. They know what they saying when they say got. Why you think it's trending on TikTok now? SpongeBob, Pan's okay. Big got. SpongeBob, Pan's okay. Come on. This is psychological games right here. It's been being planted in our head. See, the only difference is in the 90s, they was actually planting good shit in our head. They was programming us with good shit. You know what I mean? Y'all remember, we're Flintstone kids, 10 million strong and growing. You know what I'm saying? They was planting, everything I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. You know what I mean? They was playing like we had higher vibrational commercials back then. You know what I mean? Everybody was a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. You know what I mean? They was playing all of that in our head. Soccer boppers. You know what I mean? Blow them up. Put your hand inside. Get ready to have the time of your life. Soccer boppers. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have this same shit. Now it's all about pew pew. Now it's all about gangster. Now they selling us what they didn't want us to be in the first place. They locked all the gangsters up. Everybody that want to be a bad boy, go to jail, and now they selling us the bad boy. Blueface Get Out, go viral crazy. T.I. son Get Out, viral crazy, right? Kai Cenat got out, viral crazy. They trying to tell y'all that y'all got to go to jail to make it. And all y'all falling for it. Listen, I ain't really make it till I got out of jail. You don't see the trick? They trying to keep their revolving door going, their money maker. All these private owned businesses coming up. I mean, jails coming up. That's a trick. Think about it. All the systems are set up the same. Look at how they do in school, and look at how they do in jail, and look at how they do in the workplace. Evaluation. They evaluate you. They do the career goal. They put placement where they want you to be. They place you in what workforce they want you in. They place you in what prison they want you in. They move you based off of when. This is one big ass game of risk, and we the pieces. You think you got control over what the fuck goes on? You don't. And I think that's why so many people are so mad in this world, is because we are upset because we are trying to hold on to whatever control we think we got left of our life. So we realize that we're limited to control. So we try to, control. It was like, when you're in prison, you can't do nothing. There's so many rules in prison that you feel governed already. So the stuff that you hold governed stuff over, you kind of hold a little bit more importance to. You know what I mean? Like your bunk, like your box, like some personal items, like letters, so on and so forth. All the things that you do have control over, you over assess the amount of control that you should have over it. You know what I mean? Because if you had control over more stuff than the stuff that you think that you have control over right now, it will be minute. You'll be like, man, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I got 20 cars. I don't care about that one, right? Because you don't got 20 cars. You care more about that one car that you got. You know what I mean? Because you don't got 20 houses. You care a little bit more about that one house that you got, right? That's how this is working. It's like the people who got it, they don't care. They don't know how to have gratitude. But all the people who struggling in life, we got gratitude because we learned an appreciation for the small shit that we got. We learned the appreciation for it. Whereas though they lost their appreciation for it. That's why the Bible say, a rich man can't enter the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because a rich man has no gratitude. You greedy. It shows. Because one shouldn't be as rich. Because you should be given. The Bible says the most honorable thing is to be charitable. That's what it said before they changed it to love. It was to be charitable. They later changed it to love. Why? Because love, you can misconstrue what love is. Based off of the idea of who taught you how to love, you have the wrong idea for love. Think about how easy love is misconstrued nowadays. Think about how easy a good morning is misconstrued. You say good morning the wrong way, somebody think you flirting with them. Did you hear how he said good morning? He had that seductiveness to his voice when he said it. He was like, good morning. It was, I think he want me. Now everything in this world is based off of the perception of the person that's hearing it. It's not based off of the truth that could be told. It's not based off of none of that. It's based off of the perception of the person that's hearing it, based off of how they felt when they heard it or how it made them feel when they heard it. That's why love is easily misconstrued, because everybody's got a misconception or a misnotion of what love is. When you try to show people genuine love, unconditional love, right? They think that they don't have to fix nothing, right? If you show somebody that you okay with how they are and you love them for how they are, that's not saying that they don't have to get better. That's not saying that they shouldn't get better, right? But they'll take it and say, well, you still love me like this, so I'm gonna stay like this. I ain't gonna try to better myself. I ain't gonna try to get a better vocabulary. I ain't gonna try to do none of that. Why? Because you showing me love just how I am. That's manipulation right there. Just because I'm showing you love don't mean it ain't some shit you ain't gotta fix. Just because I'm showing you unconditional love don't mean you can't be better. But you gotta want to be better. The love that I show you shouldn't be a reflection of how good you are. You should want to be good no matter what love you're getting. That's the manipulation of love, is that people think love comes with conditions. People think that love comes with some sort of way of acting, that love and oh, well, you're showing me love, I gotta conform, I gotta do this, I gotta do that for your love, and this for no. The shit that you should do, you should want to do out the goodness of your heart, whether you're getting loved or not. See, that's the thing about me. I know a lot of people dislike me. I know a lot of people that don't like me, but I still show them love and respect. It's not whether they deserve the love or respect. It's not whether they earned the love or respect. It don't have nothing to do with none of that. Why should I change the way that I am for someone else? That makes them the winner. See, when you change who you are, you're going to keep changing who you are, because you're going to have to change again for the next person and then change again for the next person, to the point where you get to the point where you don't even know yourself anymore because you had to change so much, because you keep on compromising instead of just being yourself and let people find you. See, that's me. I'm myself, and people gravitate towards me. And then I respectfully just give them their space of being them. I don't try to change who they are. I don't keep on trying to question who's who and what and who's doing what or none of that stuff. I let people be who they are. When people try to create friction, try to create madness, you see what happens. Everybody's seen what happened over the last year, between YouTube and TikTok. TikTok a little bit longer because I've been on TikTok longer. But in the last year, a lot of things have happened over here on YouTube that you guys are not acknowledging. And see, one thing for sure, two things for certain. A spade will always be a spade, right? So you watching people show you who they truly are, and you keep on ignoring what they're showing you. Maggie showed you she a grifter. The Knot showed you he's narcissistic. All these characters showed you who they were, but you keep on trying to see them for who you want to see them for. The monsters done showed you who they were, and you still keep on wanting to perceive them for something different because you don't want to be wrong, because you stuck in your pride and ego. So a lot of the Avengers will never admit that Danny Robinson is wrong. Why? Because then they have to admit that they made the wrong choice, that they chose the wrong hero, right? A lot of Jaguarnators or whatever they call, they not going to admit that Jaguar is wrong, because then somewhat it'll be admitting that they're wrong, right? Those owls, they not going to admit that Maggie's an alcoholic that can't take care of a dog, let alone drive or do nothing that's of importance that make you an adult. Why? Because then they have to admit that they too secretly live that same life. Why? Because we were taught that birds of a feather flock together. So if you see geese, then that's probably a group of them. So all of these people are attached to the personas that they're attached to because they are a piece of that same persona. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like a greedy person will always agree with a greedy person because they greedy. A thief will always think that everybody's steal because they stealing. Do y'all not get it? The people that's sitting at their table is of them, just like them. It's their collective. Now, I want you to ask yourself, why is certain collectives able to gain motion as opposed to the good collectives? There's a lot of good collectives in this world, but we got to fight for every little bit of space. Every space that you create out of love, look how hard you got to fight for the little loving space. They don't have to fight that hard for those wicked spaces, for those evil spaces, for those world star spaces, for those controversial spaces, for those argumentative spaces, for those negative spaces. They don't have to fight. In fact, they don't even have to learn shit to keep those spaces. Look how long Jaguar been on YouTube, and all she know how to do is press go live from the phone. She didn't get no laptop. She didn't get no PC. She didn't learn how to she didn't learn the system. She don't even know Windows 11. None of that shit, right? She ain't educating herself or none of that shit, right? But she ain't got to worry about it. Why? Because she contributes to the wicked in this world, to the chaos in this world. If you contribute to the chaos in this world, you ain't got to do shit, but keep on being chaotic. They going to come to you. They going to endorse you. They going to push you on the For You pages. They going to open up the door for you when you being chaotic. It's going to feel like the red carpet rolled out when you being chaotic. And they always say, like, why do they always try to broadcast our hate, but never try to broadcast our love? And they say, like, I done watch people in big houses be miserable. I done watch people who got that image like they got it all, be mad as hell at the world. And I watch people with nothing celebrate like they had everything. I watch people with nothing just be happy for the moment that they were in. And I watch people who had it all mad as hell every day, ain't got to worry about a bill, everything is paid, and they just walking around miserable. You know, back in the day when I was in foster care, I used to ask all the right questions. I was just asking the wrong people. You get what I'm saying? That what I'm trying to say is you can have all the right questions in the world. You still got to know who to take those questions to. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Sometimes you asking the right question, you just asking the wrong persona. You know? When you sit around and you say, like, hey, why? You know, I used to ask questions like, why don't they have BET in the suburbs? Why don't the suburb stations play BET? Like, you don't have that. They don't have MTV2 or MTV. They don't have that in the suburbs. It don't come with their channel, with their providers. Why? Why you got to call the cable company and order that for your TV in the suburbs? Whereas though in the metropolitan in the hood areas, that shit automatically come with your TV. It's added to your services as an incentive program. And if you sign up now, you'll get PET and stars. And they don't do that in the suburbs. You start asking yourself, why is it more, you know, commercials for malt liquor, alcohol, and tobacco products in the black neighborhoods? Why is it more commercials that pop up like that? I first noticed it in magazines, in Vibe magazine, Jet magazine, Fed magazine. All of it was malt liquor commercial, or all of it was malt liquor advertisement, watches, cigarettes, and then it was the dildos and so on and so forth. That's what they advertised in our magazines. I started thinking, why? You start thinking, like, why all the rappers and stuff, the only thing that they can promote, or the only thing that they signing up for, is alcoholic beverages and so on and so forth. You start asking yourself, why? Why are they not under good, you know, promotional products that's good for us? Why? Why did they sell us this fucked up image? Why? And you watched it enhance over the years to where, as though right now, social media, you see what's happening. All the streamers got to keep on doing the same thing. They got to drink and be wild. Y'all don't see it? All of them. Nobody said nothing. You go back and look at Kai Cenat. Them boys is drinking, and all of them was underage. Go back to the prison scene. Go back to a bunch of the other scenes. Go back when Kev Hart was there. Go back when some of the celebrities was there. Them boys was drinking under the age. Why? Why does it all seem okay? Huh? I mean, for the person that designed it, you know, for the designer of it, oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful laid out plan. You know, it's a beautiful laid out plan. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's beautiful. You know, it's laid out nicely. You know, just keep on showing you the messed up influencers. Why do you think half the influencers now? You go scroll down your social media page. All of them. I don't know if y'all notice junkies, but I notice junkies. And why the fuck is they like pushing the junkie pages out? All the people that was panhandling on the corners and shit like that, they all got a phone, and all their phones is hot than a motherfucker. They just on social media, the new place to panhandle. All the people that's actually out here with a message, trying to build strong pages and communities, all of our pages is getting it, pushed to the wayside. We all getting flag, whatever, toward it. But all the junkie pages, all they pages jumping, all of them. Look at Big Hungry CC. Big Hungry CC snorting in his mama's kitchen, living room. And he out there telling ghost stories. Huh? Like, are you afraid of the dark type ghost stories? I once ran into Bao, one of the head 72 demons of the soul of man. Oh man, I ran into him in real life. Like real life ghost stories. Look at 607 Unc. 607 Unc tell you, I use drugs, I mess with boys, but I try to give a good what? Make this shit make sense. Look at Finesse 3 times. Because by the time he get done, he gonna be done finessed us 3 times. He finessed 3 times right now. Arguing with a 12-year-old, saying how he seen a 12-year-old's private part and how it was little. How you admitting to seeing a 12-year-old's private part that is not your biological son? And ain't shit happening to these people. Y'all don't see the world we live in? This is real monsters. And y'all making it seem like these is normal people. But the normal people, y'all tearing down. Making their character, trying to make their character look fucked up, trying to make them seem like they crazy, all of this shit. But the crazy people, y'all looking at as normal. The people who openly admit that they went to the insane asylum, that they on medicine. That's the truth seekers, right? And then all the people that's actually protecting Jaguar, right? She already tell you she crazy. She already tell you she got those papers. She already tell you that she making the shit up in her head. And y'all still like, she's telling the truth. I'm starting to believe that everybody's crazy. They just ain't have enough doctors to see all of you mother suckers. Just like every other black household, y'all want to deny that y'all kid suffering and need help mentally. I'm starting to see them all come out of the woodworks now. I thought all these type of people lived in the third world, but they right here in our world. They real people in our world. And that's why I keep on saying, like, if we actually look at this world is full of crazies. And the reality of it is, they all try to make it seem like they're not. They all make it seem like they're not. Everybody's out here trying to make it seem like they're not crazy. What makes it crazy is the perception, because it's based off of the perception of the person. I mean, just look at how the propaganda is being spread. Look at how we never got no answers to nothing. Look at how they told us that a bunch of indictments was about to come out in March of last year, and ain't no indictments come out. Look at how they promised us the Epstein files and the list of all the people that was on it. Yet we didn't see no real, we didn't see people getting locked up for this stuff. We didn't see nobody. In fact, they turned it up more. I mean, okay, Ray J's in the hospital right now with pneumonia and shit like that. But what he tried to do, he tried to be the new Diddy. Huh? And Ray J tried to be the new Diddy. Y'all ain't seen that did it? You know? It's just getting crazier and crazier out here. That's why I try to stay to myself as much as possible. I see it. I see the chaos. I see the madness. I'm trying to avoid it. I know it's gonna be just like one of those movies. People only gonna know you based off of your social status. You know what I mean? That's how people gonna know you off of your social status. So it's like right now, people don't even respect people right now unless you say you got some type of social status. You know? Think about it. They're not doing nothing good in the world. The Bible say that you're gonna know a Christian based off of their actions, their deeds, their merits, their works, right? They're not doing nothing good in the world, you know, tearing people down, being messy, controversial, argumentative, trying to belittle, trying to defamate other people's characters, so on and so forth. It's tell me how that works. We showed y'all laughter. We showed y'all, what was considered to be a real joke. You know what I mean? We showed y'all that just by saying Jaguar Wright stole our bike 31 years ago. That is a joking matter. It's not like we trying to put criminal charges on her and say that she touched the kid or did something to like the stuff that they're doing. You watch them put like try to put real charges on people, get real people locked up in real life, so on and so forth. You watch them play this game all for monetization, and you watch them get pushed in the algorithm for tearing down other people's lives. They're getting rewarded for it. While the people who's actually trying to uplift other people are getting tore down. If that's not saying that we live in an upside down world, what is? What is? Y'all watched us come along and protect multiple people. As a man, y'all watch me stand up for multiple women over here on this application. And still, some of the women that I stood up for still try to paint me out to be a bad person. Think about that. I stood up for a lot of freaking people over here that I did not know, strangers. I put my platform and myself on the line for people that I didn't know. And to them, it was all one game, one big game. My life was one big game. I literally was going to people in the physical world to help them figure out life. And it was one big fucking game. They never wanted to get out of the situation they was in. They never want. Well, okay, some of them, because some of them did really need help, and some of them still do need help. Even the ones who manipulated, they still need help. Freeman, the farmer, he still need help. Why? Because he's addicted. Something else controls his life, and that ain't including the wrong stuff that he's doing and the demons that he's got chasing him. Because it's a lot of dark stuff around that farm, you know. A lot of trade stuff, if you know what I mean. It felt like one of them old like slave farms, but it wasn't like a slave farm. It was like more like a trade farm. Like that's why I felt like it felt like one of those places where a lot of ex trafficking might have happened at. That's how it felt like one of those places. To me, it felt like one of those places. And there was some other places that felt like that too, that felt like it was like one of those, it just had that feeling to it, like eerie, And then you go to his Facebook and you see him with those young girls and trying to take young girls out on a date and all of that shit. And he always used to have his, daughter and her friend come dance on a damn couch upstairs, like weird shit like that. So it was just a lot of weird shit. A lot of stuff that nobody wants to touch topic on. And it's weird. It's weird that people seen that and didn't say anything about it. It's weird that, the Maggies who sit there and play like they know what a 12-year-old victim is but still didn't notice a victimizer. You know what I mean? Most people who've been victimized, they can recognize and spot, victimizers like that. You know what I mean? Yet they put themselves around the Mike Music's groups, didn't notice that he was a fucking monster, right? They put themselves around what's the one dude name that was on here calling them bees and stuff like that and telling them to shut up when men are talking. How y'all claim to have all of this experience being victims, yet you don't recognize when you're around a monster? Does that make sense? That's not making sense. Most victims can spot these people like that, but they can't spot none of them. What? Fucking Mike taking trips to the Philippines and shit, trying to get Filipino young girls and shit on Facebook saying, if anybody looking for a Filipino, let me know, I'll hook y'all up. But over here on YouTube trying to play some savant. Are y'all serious? And it's easy to go look it up and expose these people, but nobody wants to look it up. Why is that? I wonder why y'all don't want to go look it up. Huh? I wonder why y'all ignore the addicts and the fiends. Like, When Ronnie Bo told you that he get prescribed perk 30s and he goes to the liquor store and buy that drinky drink because he like it, like, and nobody skipped the beat. Nobody said nothing. When you hear Jaguar doing drugs in the background and nobody's saying nothing, right? When you hear them just take your money and go into the store and say, let me get 3 Black and Milds, 4 scratch offs, and a bottle. You know for a fact that's what they spending your money on. And you okay with it. Because you ain't trying to help the world either. But when you got somebody that's actually trying to help the world, that's actually got a plan, that actually say, hey guys, we could put together some homesteads. Hey guys, I just need some investors and we can just buy some land, put some trailers on the land, and then expand from there. When you see somebody with a real life plan to help people, you won't try to help that person. But when you see somebody with a fraudulent scheme and they say they got crueltyfree.org and cruelty-free music, yet you ain't hear no music from them, you ain't see not one new artist from them, yet you keep on donating to a cause that you never seen. It's like Dr. Umar School all over again. This like Kai Cenat School in Africa. Always talked about, but never seen to did it. Huh? But the people who really want to bring change, y'all don't want to help them. Y'all don't want to be a part of that collective. Y'all seen us over here actually going out in the physical world and helping people. Y'all seen us down in Cobos Landing. Then y'all seen us go to Michigan. But y'all still didn't want to back that. Y'all still didn't want to support that. Y'all still didn't want to say, you know what? That's a, you know, y'all seen a black dude that was taking care of other people's kids, doing for other people, showing love for other people, doing what was right no matter what, standing up for people, not trying to attach themselves to trauma. And y'all was like, nah, fuck that. We need somebody we can control. We don't need somebody that's doing what's right. We need somebody we can control. That's crazy. Oh, he's a good man. He does what's right, but he's not controllable. What does it matter if somebody's controllable if they're doing what's right? Right is right. Right is right. If I'm doing what's right, then why are you worried about controlling how I go about doing what's right? If standing up for somebody is right, if speaking up for somebody is right, if getting in the way of you being a bully is right, then why are you mad? We jumped in the way of a lot of these bullies. When Jaguar Wright was doing her little bullying to Bonnie and all of that, and you had Selma, and you know everybody did that bashing of Lady Letitia and shit like that, we stood up. I mean, Danny Robinson got the credit for it, but shit, we stood up. We brought it to light. We the reason why Danny Robinson picked it up. Y'all noticed that all the shit we was talking about, she started talking about? Huh? It's not, oh, she was thinking the same shit. No. She does what a lot of these bigger creators do. They steal smaller creators' topic points. They steal our talking points, and then because they got the bigger platform, they get a little bit more recognition for it. That's it. Look at the whole what's her face? The one artist, the girl that was faking like she was artist and faking like she was going on European tours and was gonna film the home thing. And she wanted us to be live for the whole thing and why she filmed it on her European trip and da 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 da. And she made it seem like she went to Europe and couldn't take no pictures, had to send them to it late because she was getting stalked and all of that weird ass shit. That's just a game, you know? And the real reality of it is she got mad because I didn't want my page to be what she wanted it to be. She wanted to bring some people over here. She said she wanted to do like a paint and dating thing over here. And I was like, nah, we could just get some people to paint and let some people paint. She didn't like that. That's what she was really mad about. That I didn't let her bring that fucking whatever group, that dating group, that fucking weird ass date group that she wanted me to do. She wanted me to do it on my page. Like, oh, maybe Monday when I get back to the States, we can do the dating thing. I got a bunch of people and I can just paint and da 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 da. No, motherfucker, I already seen that shit on your Facebook page. Y'all doing weird shit. That's another way to open up a whole fucking operation of some bullshit or to paint my page out to be some type of fucking trading operation. That's all they want. They want places that they can operate they little fucking the knots in. That's what they want. That's why the not trying to contact me and be like, she was trying to tell me to take a flight somewhere and she was trying to make me go do some stuff. They is pimping him out. This is crazy. Grown ass man talking about a woman trying to make you fly out somewhere to do some things. Weird ass shit. Yeah. They're not talking about I'm outside myself, looking at myself, standing beside myself. It's crazy.
Welcome to our tea. What's it gonna be? I'm thinking we can serve your tea hot. We can make it ice cold. We can put it in a shot. Or we can make it real bold. Beef on top of beef, oh yes. Yes, it's giving messy, real mess. We having black tea, so won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea, but be careful not to slip. Black tea, taste the drama real good.
Y'all falling for Darcy? Darcy is a plant. Y'all don't see Darcy as a plant? Come on. This is their modern day soap opera. All these old ass people that can't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't out there doing this stuff. This is how they get their rocks off. This is how they get their, you know, to sit there and do stuff like that. Darcy been a plant. Even though Darcy tried to act like she rock with Atlas family, all of that shit, that was so she can go, you know, stir up beef and try to make us keep on going through bullshit. That's why she tried to attach herself to us. But Darcy's been a plant. I mean, I've been new to noticed it. I thought y'all been, I thought that everybody been on to the who's, you know? Everybody been paying attention to who was real and who was not. I mean, it's still some people right now that's still, you know, trying to, you know, fake who they really are and try to, you know, still create narratives or, you know, whatever. But it's all the same thing. It's all around the same bullshit. Like you guys have this idea of all of it. So why not just See, I came to a realization a long time ago. It makes no sense to sit there and try to figure out the mind of a person that you already deemed mad. You know, if you already deem that that person is not in their right mind, why would I sit there and try to figure out somebody who I already deemed is not in their right mind? So once you put somebody in that category of not being in their right mind, it shouldn't matter if they walked in your house and shit in the middle of the floor. You shouldn't sit there and dwell on it too long, because you shouldn't be thinking highly of that person. You shouldn't be holding that person to a certain standard if you already, you know what I mean? A lot of people pretended to care, and listen, especially if they want to see you in a messed up situation, they're going to pretend like they care. Why? Because their idea is they're the real monsters, but they're pretending like they care, but they're trying to make the good people look like they're bad people. You get what I'm saying? But they're the real monsters because they're the ones who's trying to root on the wicked in this world. But then when they see a good person, it's question, 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 interrogate, question, question. But they see the wicked in this world and they act like they turn a blind eye to it. You know what I mean? Because they secretly like that shit. Yeah. The world is one big stage, you know? She wants to try to find out what bothers you. So it was like, just like in the Discord, Darcy used to try to make comments in the Discord when we were in there, it's just like the one person who would always try to turn their mic on, all the time. You know what I mean? Like, so you had different people that was doing different stuff for different reasons, and they kept doing it because why? Because they wanted to see if it was bothering you. Is it irritating you yet? If you ignore it, they'll try something different. But why? Because they got to find out what makes you tick. How else are they going to, piss you off whenever they feel like you make them mad? See, people want to learn you so they can burn you. You know what I mean? It's like telling somebody that you're afraid of the dark. 9 times out of 10, if you told somebody that you was afraid of the dark, they probably was the one that put you in the dark. They're gonna tell you that you had to face your fears, whatever. Tell somebody you scared of clowns. They want to take you to the circus, try to take you to a clown movie. They feel like they gotta help you face your fears. I didn't tell you my fear so you can help me face it. I told you my fear so you can keep that shit away from me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tell you my fear to help me face it. I told you my fear so you can help protect me from it. But people got this world messed up. They think that they obligated to help you face it, put it in front of you, you know? Confront the dad that's been whooping your ass for all these years. Try to encourage you to say something. Get your ass whooped again. You know what I mean? Backwards ass shit. Backwards ass shit. See, I let the whole thing play out. The whole Michigan, the whole farm situation. I let all of that play out because I wanted everybody to show their cards. I wanted everybody to put their cards on the table at that point. Because you seen that I already had a good thing going in North Carolina, in Cobos Landing. I already had something going out there with the homestead. So why would you misdirect me to this homestead in Michigan where you try to paint a fucked up image and then you recall the place that I was already at the first time and try to tell them that I'm going around with a white woman and taking black people's land? Make that shit make sense. That means you already watched me out in Cobos Landing the first time. So to bring me out to Michigan was a distraction to try to throw me off or get a false image painted on me. And then now you calling places ahead of time. You calling the future endeavors. Huh? How the fuck do that make sense? That means your job is to stop my growth. And then to sit there and say, oh, he sound like he looked it good. I might call him back. What? What? Use a YouTube sexual or whatever the fuck you want to call it. If it's a hobosexual, that's what the fuck you is. Yeah. First you say that we was, first you say I was a squatter, but then you call ahead to a place that I was doing the homestead at to try to stop that business from happening. Which one is it? Do I have future jobs lined up? Do I have future endeavors lined up? Because you can't stop a future job if you already say I was banking on getting that farm. That don't make sense. None of the shit made sense. You know what I mean? They still got to keep the same narrative. And then she tried to do like a year update. You know how we did our, year, what's it called? And she tried to do her 2025 year wrap up update. Da 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 da. You know, the shit was weird. The shit already was weird. The whole thing was weird. You know, the police coming out there acting like it was nothing they could do, so on and so forth. All of that shit was weird. You know, they was trying to bank on putting charges on me. On me. They were banking on that shit. But I outsmarted them. You know? They wasn't banking on me being smart. That's why they try to put the cameras on there in the middle of the night. So they know when I leave in the middle of the night. Put it on Facebook Live and we can watch it live and know when he left. It was the fucking night crew. The police night crew that was watching on Facebook. So that way when I leave, they know when I left. The fucking night crew. The same shift that he kept calling. That's why he can only do shit 3:00 in the morning, 1:00 in the morning. Cause that's the crew that he had control over. That was the night crew that he had control over. Do you get what I'm saying? He couldn't risk a daytime crew coming out there because they ain't on the shit. That's why the daytime crew came out there. They made him put the lights back on, put the stuff back on, told him he had to give her the right amount of time, so on and so forth. But that nighttime crew was giving them ideas. Oh, they can't stop you from walking around your own house. And I'll get the axe and go down there. You know? See, what if I was one of those out of control black guys? Huh? Holy Spirit, what's going on with you? Hey man, what's up? Am I coming back down to Florida or nah, man? What's up? Let these people know, man. Do the journey continue? Where we at with this? You know. You know. Freeman the demon. Click that link. Get your ass in the box, Holy Spirit. Click that link. I don't know who orchestrated it. Damn, you did a 10-day fast. Respect, respect. I say. That's what they thought. Like, what if I was one of those aggressive? Because he was like banking on it. Like, yeah, watch this. All you got to do is rile them up, piss them off a little bit. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? So you already know, like, they were banking on me making the aggression, like me being the aggressor, me making the fucked up move, me slipping up, me. They were banking on that. Why would I put my son in a situation? Why? If I didn't know how to control myself, I would have not brought other people along. That don't even make sense for me to bring other people, put other people's lives at risk, and then not control myself. You know what I mean? They was not expecting me to be so calm, cool. Not even the cops. The cops thought that they were going to be able to tick somebody off or be like, calm down, or you seem irritated. You know, they might have been getting that off with her, but not me. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, I'm going to sit right here in Indian style. You know what I mean? I'm not doing none of that extra shit. Oh, they took a safe out of here. Yes, we have it. Everything's on recording. We good. Oh, I can't hear it. I can't really hear it. Oh, don't worry about it. We got it all recorded. Don't worry about it. You know? Oh, he was on Facebook Live. How can you see a live if it was live? What? Lady, cut it out. Stop acting like you don't know how the internet works. It's at least up for 30-something days on Facebook before Facebook automatically take it down. So I already knew just by their rebuttals that the cops was involved. You know what I mean? And then when they did come out there at like 3:00 at night or 2:00 in the morning, they didn't even have their cameras on. Like, why am I the only one recording? Why the only recording that's going on is my recording? Why? How is that? How y'all turning y'all cameras off before y'all come out here? And then my name don't end up in no police reports. None. Nobody can't get a police report with my name on there. Y'all make that shit make sense. Freeman didn't even want to put me in none of the paperwork. Make that shit make sense. How my image, my page online is being attacked and so on and so forth. Yet they didn't want to put my name in none of the paperwork around that shit. Do you get what I'm saying? Why? Why ain't nobody want to put my name on none of the paperwork? Because they know that's going to open up some doors. They know that's going to open up some doors. That's why they put me in a whole situation, but my name is excluded from everything. I couldn't get a police report, not one. Police came out there 5 fucking times. I couldn't get one report of it. Not one. Y'all make that make sense. Everybody involved act like they couldn't get a police report. Nobody can get a police report of none of the incidents. Not the son pulling a knife out on my son. Nobody could get an incident report about none of this shit. How y'all make that make sense? And that's not like, even this, like, I'm trying to go back to the situation that took place in another part of Michigan to try to get, police report. Can't get nothing. Can't get nothing from none of the situations I was in. How is that? Seems a little bit orchestrated to me. But I think by speaking on it, they're going to try to play the whole, he's crazy, making up shit, so on and so forth. He said it was Rock Nation. You know what I mean? That's why I just left the whole thing alone. Because we already proved that this person had connections with Rock Nation because we went to his Facebook and we showed on his Facebook, we showed him giving where he was doing interviews where he said, he thanked Rock Nation basically, thank you Rock Nation for the opportunity, blah 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 blah. So we didn't attach him to Rock Nation. He was already attached to Rock Nation. And then Danny Robinson tried to come along and be like, he's not attached to Rock Nation. He just has a distribution deal. Well, if Rock Nation is distributing his fucking music, then he is tied to Rock Nation, dumbass. Yeah, but it's just a distribution deal. Well, what else do Rock Nation do besides fucking distribute music? That's what we know Rock Nation to be, a fucking music group. You mean the one thing that Rock Nation does, he's a tied to? That's why I don't get how she was able to even make up the shit that she made up. And everybody just was like, yeah, yeah. And then it was the whole, we have permission to strike anybody's page who plays Freeman's content from Facebook. What? I thought you were the ones that was supposed to be showing the truth of things. I thought y'all was the truth seekers and putting the truth out there. But now if somebody show you his true videos, if somebody show you his true life, they're wrong. Wow. Trying to make him out to be so good. And then all of a sudden you want to help him sell the farm now, Danny Robinson. Danny Robinson, you gonna help him sell the farm, Danny Robinson? How is that working out for y'all? Huh? You run across those hiccups yet? Huh? Miss, I can help you sell the farm? Because that's what he want to talk to you about. The stuff that you said you was going to help him with. Straight up opportunist. Straight up opportunist. She tried to put her hand in that cookie jar quick, or was it already in it? Either her hand was already in that cookie jar or something, because ain't no way. Ain't no way she backed him up that quick with all the evidence that we were showing about the people who was out there in January, about the girl that came up missing that called the police out there in February. Like, there's no way. She backed him up too fucking fast with everything that we were showing, with all the evidence that we were showing. She backed him up too fast to not already know him. She already know Freeman. Either that's her uncle or she's like a niece or something. She already knows Freeman. Guarantee Danny Robinson already knows Freeman. Either was at one of his parties or one of those quiet club things, those quiet parties, whatever he was the cameraman behind when he witnessed the shit that he's blackmailing everybody about. She been knew him. Same shit that he blackmailing them cops about, she been knew him. She been knew him. To sit there and try to say, and Freeman, do you know Jaguar? Do you have any connection with Jaguar? Shut the fuck. Come on, man. And then you go back to what Jaguar said. Jaguar said if they're in Michigan, if they anywhere in Michigan, she can get to them. That's how she got Legina Gold, remember? Anywhere 15 minutes from Detroit and anywhere in Michigan she can get to him. That's what she said. Think about that. And it just so happens that they are like literally the same thing that she said, the same thing that Jaguar right out her mouth said, right? Think about this. Jaguar out her mouth said that they were putting fentanyl in marijuana, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm on a farm where the guy is putting fentanyl in fucking marijuana and his brother literally unalive from the whole situation. What? Y'all don't see the connection? How much more connection do I gotta make? How much more connection do I gotta make? Come on. She's saying, oh yeah, we know y'all doing that fentanyl, marijuana, da 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 da. And then all of a sudden I end up on the farm where they doing fentanyl, marijuana, da 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 da. Come on. Coincidence? I think not. If you really look at this world, ain't too many such things as coincidence. Huh? These are all the party people. Like, think about it. Think about like Epstein, island. Think about if Diddy had an island or like houses where he had a bunch of people like this, right? Like this could be all of them that escape. Like this can be how they're acting. They might not know how to really act in society or function in society. You know what I mean? Think about it. Why she don't want people exposing Freeman? Why is she protecting Freeman if she's not already connected to Freeman? You ain't never see her protect nobody like that. But she protecting Freeman like he's a victim and he's sitting there playing some adult, victim type shit. I mean, y'all can say it's a coincidence. I don't see it as a coincidence. I see that shit for what it really is. Like that shit was a whole manipulation. And if it ain't come from that direction, I know what direction it came from, but it still was made to look like it came from that direction, which is crazy as hell that someone else would, you know, manipulate a situation to make it look like it came from that situation. Like that means like this whole thing has been some type of internet, you know, uh experiment, you know. My whole me being transparent, me coming on social media trying to explain the ascension process and the dark night of the soul and all of that stuff. Someone else took it upon themselves to say, I'm going to manipulate his life based off of him trying to explore this social media shit. You know? Someone else determined, okay, I'm gonna fuck on his life. I'm gonna play on his life. A whole group of people. And maybe that's their job. Maybe that's their job is to be on here and find anybody who is talking about the spirituality stuff, anybody and then they have to corrupt them. In any way possible, they have to corrupt us. They got to try to put false charges on us. They got to try to do something to tear down our image or our likeness, just like the jujitsuites. This operation been going on since the Sumerian times. This ain't nothing new under the sun. Yo, listen, think about it. Think about how they all played a part and they still got played. They try to give me money for a vehicle to get there, right? Right? They try to give me the money. They gave not tried. They literally gave me the money for a vehicle to get there so they can try to set me up. And it all backfired. It all backfired. Ain't that funny? I was wondering why like these accounts got deactivated, like certain people TikTok accounts, Instagram accounts all disappeared and you know what I mean, Facebook accounts disappeared. I'm like, damn. If if somebody was working hard for their Instagram account or these other accounts, if they was working hard for it, it shouldn't be deleted. But they had to try to get rid of that digital footprint to say that they was in contact with me. You know what I mean? Because they done heard how smart I was. So now they like, fuck, I gotta find a way to, delete my page so he can't go back to it. I gotta find a way to delete these messages, you know on Instagram, what they did was they darked it. So like they went for that 24-hour blackout on Instagram, like for the messages, and then they deactivated that page during that time that the message was you know what I mean, blacked out or whatever it's called, shadow, whatever it is. I was like, damn, this is crazy. They really, you know what I mean? So then to like watch somebody whole TikTok page disappear, I'm like, oh shit. They went that far. They deleting TikTok pages and Facebook pages, making new pages now. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen nothing like that. Think about it. Ain't nobody try to come get no money from me. Ain't nobody try to say you scam me for money. None of that. Why? Because they thought that they were pulling the fucking strings. Even the Freeman situation. You see, he didn't ask for no money. He didn't ask for none of that. Why? Because that opens up the door for a countersue. Not only do it open up for a door for a countersue, it opens up the door for us to truly investigate whatever the fuck is going on out there at the farm. And he knows I'm smart enough. That's why they didn't put my name on that paperwork, because they know once they put my name on that paperwork, my lawyers is going to ask for every fucking thing. Open up the door, send every investigator out there. Why? Because they realized they wasn't dealing with a dumb nigga. Once they realized that, he's murder free. Oh, he's murder free. We can't just do what we want with him. No, I'm highly favored, highly protected. Y'all could play all them other games with all these other people down here, but you can't play with somebody who already know they place in the universe. In the universe, I know my place. Y'all could do all of this weird ass, oh, he ain't got this, he ain't got that. Yo, he ain't get what? In the universe, I'm highly favored. I speak to souls. I don't speak to people. Y'all want to speak to personas. I speak to something deep down, like an old friend. When people have conversations with me, it's like they speaking to somebody that they knew. It's like they like, damn, I feel like I knew you my whole life. I feel like I already know you. When I walk into people's life, in the physical world, when I walk into their life, it's like we already know each other. They have that level of comfortability when I walk into their physical life. I don't bring an energy of like, oh, he's threatening. Oh, they like, damn. The image, the energy that you feel online, that I pump out online, when I come into the physical world, it's 10 times that. It's magnified. Almost, I make you think that anything is possible. You start believing in yourself more. You start thinking, damn, I'm going to just speak it into existence. I'm going to just say it. Ain't that what you say, right? Just speak. Why? Because I really do this shit in real life. In real life, I carry myself how I be trying to tell y'all, just focus on the positive. Negative shit come my way. You see the bullshit that come my way. What do? We laugh through it. We get through it. We don't try to carry it with us. We ain't trauma bonding with that shit. We ain't taking that shit to the next station. No, why? Because it's not ours to bear. See, other people want you to bear their bullshit. Other people want to put you through some shit and make you bear their bullshit. But once you realize what's yours is yours and what's theirs, you ain't got to worry about. You ain't carrying other people's stuff. You don't have to worry about somebody else's intentions. People try to make you out to look bad because they want you to question your own intent. If you operating on good intent, then it ain't a care in the world. You shouldn't worry about shit because your true intent was pure. And that's all you can do is operate with pure and true intent. See, a lot of these people, they got hidden agendas. They want you to come out to their property, fix it up, bring some money to them. They probably having a hard time with this, but they can't be honest because their pride in the way. They probably late on bills, fucked over a payment or two, need you to help them get out of some financial shit, but they can't be honest because their pride in the way. So they try to make it seem like their goals align with your goals until they don't no more. Basically, until you don't benefit them no more. They can't get the groups out here that they used to because ISIS is cracking down. So some of these farms can't get the workers like they used to because they can't get the immigrants, right? Some of these people who used to get that free labor just to let somebody live there, they can't get that no more, right? So now they resulting into reaching out to people on the internet that's trying to help, spiritual people that's trying to do right, so on and so forth. So this is their new way of trying to manipulate people for free labor. Bring them in, make them work for you for a while, then cause friction or a problem and kick them out when the work is almost finished or after the work is finished. Such as Freeman. He couldn't cut all of that grass. He couldn't maintain that property. So he brought somebody along that could maintain the property, cut the grass, clean the kitchen, the coop out, make it look all livable, plus put people downstairs and make it look like people are actually living in the building. That way it sells faster when you put it up on the market. Because that's how it works when you selling stuff. You got to show that it's livable. The best way to show that it's livable is to put people in it. So once you realize the manipulation of it all, you can see the manipulation of it all. Cut the grass, get them to come out, take the aerial footage, the pictures that he's got posted on the damn site for the sale of the farm got our stuff in it. Got my PC in it, got my backdrop in it, all of that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like literally, y'all can't, yeah, like it doesn't make no sense because that wasn't the original goal. That became the goal later. See, the original goal was to try to, oh, we gotta put the thing together. They gonna give me the rest of the money. They only gave me half of the money now, and then I gotta get the other half of the money. But he was trying to do all of this and hurry up and do it. Why? Because he had that ankle monitor on. He knew that they was closing in on him for whatever bullshit he got going on. So he was already scared of the jail time. He trying to hurry up and get money, sell whatever he can, liquidate with anything he can. He trying to sell the farm. Why? Because he fraudulently got the farm. The paperwork shows that the signatures don't match up. Right? He's 2 years behind on taxes on it. 3 years behind on taxes. On top of that, you getting grants for greenhouses that you're not putting together. Where that money go? Now the IRS looking for you. He had too many doors that was closing on his ass. He was trying to use us as a fucking scapegoat. That's what he was trying to do. A fall person. Go look at the videos. He set up the truck to make it look like it was crashed in the side of the building. He took his own golf cart out of his garage and drove it up to his friend's house and said that somebody stole his golf cart. Go look at the setup. The setup was all right there. It was the right game. You just had the wrong nigga. Go look at the setup. Government informant. And the police was going to help him with the paperwork. That's why it always happened at that fucking same time at night. It was always bullshit at 3 a.m, so on and so forth. Put the camera on him. We need to see the vehicle when he leave. Because last time I left in the middle of the night. Last time I left in the middle of the night, he wasn't able to know when I was leaving. The night before, the day before, he had asked me, so when you leaving? When you getting out of here? Something told me to just say, I don't know. So I was like, I don't know. Even though I knew I was leaving that morning. You know what I mean? Because I had to go to my son's graduation. So I already knew when I was leaving. Right? But something said, say you don't know. So I was like, I don't know. Then mind you, 3 o'clock in the morning, I dipped up out of there the first time. So when I came back the second time, all of a sudden, you're going Facebook Live, watching my vehicle in the wee hours of the night. That's all it's doing. It's just watching the outside. He want Facebook Live to show them the license plate of the vehicle. Do you get what I'm saying? That was somebody else telling him to do that. That was somebody else telling him to go Facebook Live. We need active times. On top of that, you don't know how many drones was being flown in that area. The people around him was flying drones that he had the idea to go get a drone. The farmers that was around him, his neighbors and stuff, was telling him that they were watching from drones. This dumb motherfucker orders a drone and tries to fly it and watch us with a drone because they watching him from a drone. That's how you know he a snitch. That's how you know he a government informant, because he couldn't do nothing. He had to keep coming back to the farm to deal with us. I don't even think he was living there. He might have been living at his brother's house or somewhere else, because it was just odd as hell. It was like he had to go let them know what was going on, and then they told him how to come back and try to set us up. And nothing was working. They try to put the safe down there and then try to make it seem like, all right, now have some of your peoples come in and kick the door in for the safe. And then when we come in, we're going to say that they kicked the door in. But we had recorded everything already. So they couldn't even do that. Because remember, I want y'all to remember this. The night before, right? The cop escorted him down there. The night before, the cop escorted him down there to check all of his stuff and lock the doors. So he had locked those doors in front of the cop, right? So how you then have gangsters come in and kick in the same doors that you just locked in front of the cops, and we supposed to be getting the U-Haul to get our stuff up out of there. Now the door is kicked in and we moving stuff out in a U-Haul. You don't see the setup? Y'all don't see the setup? How they were setting it up? That's why I kept on saying, like, no. That's why even when you know, when the whole stuff happened, you know, with Levi, that's why I was saying, like, nope, I'm not about to run. I'm not about to jump in the car and run and skedaddle up out of here, because it seems like that's what y'all want. Y'all want me to run out of here in the middle of the night, so that way I'm locked up while y'all making up whatever story y'all make up. I'm not giving y'all that. I'm not giving y'all that. I got 7 with me. I got Nasir with me. I'm not giving y'all that much power over that much people in my life. I got both my sons here. Y'all think I'm about to put myself in a situation where y'all can create the narrative about what happened? Because y'all done, I got scared and rushed off in the middle of the night, and then I got pulled over or whatever happened, and they got to make up whatever story. He stole my wallet. He stole my credit card. He was stealing my pants. He took my golf cart, and nah, I'm good. Nah, we gonna do this the right way. And that's why they mad. They mad because they didn't get the outcome that they wanted. They thought that they was going to be able to laugh and say, oh, yeah, where that spiritual stuff at? Yeah, talk that spiritual stuff now, you crook, you this, you that. That's what they thought. Huh? That's what they thought. They thought that they were going to be able to do all of that, talk nasty about me after they thought they had the situation. And it's crazy because they set up other situations to try, like, okay, well, while he's in the area, make him go here too, and then we'll hold him here, and and none of it worked. None of that shit worked the way they thought it was going to work. None of it. We stayed peaceful. We stayed true to what we went out there for, to help people. Once we realized that the people didn't want the help or didn't need help, we got the fuck up out of here and got out their way. We took discernment. That's what you got to have on this journey, discernment. Once you realize that it's not aligning, like, hey, what we originally agreed upon, it doesn't seem like it's doesn't seem like that's what you want anymore. Let us know what's going on. We'll gladly get out your way. If this is not working, let us know. Blah, 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 blah. They hated that we operated like that. I mean, you can go back and watch the Freeman videos and you can see how mad he was just because we stayed happy. Just because I stayed happy. He's always fucking smiling. I smile too, but I'm crying on the inside. Shut the fuck, get your stupid ass out of here. And y'all ain't see it. Like, he was really mad that I was kind. Huh? Who gets mad at kindness? This man was mad at kindness. Fucking bringing me food, acts of kindness. Cut it out. Like, he was mad at kindness. Huh? And then try to make me seem like a warlord. Try to make me seem like I was a warlord or a wizard or some shit. And whenever I get close to him, like, bam, like a brick wall hit me. My knees buckle and shit. What? I mean, I know I'm highly favored and heavenly protected, but damn, is that what they doing to you? Well, kudos for those energies that's protecting me then, because I didn't know that was happening to people that try to do harm against me. I didn't know they was getting hit by brick walls of energy and all of that shit. I mean, I know, I'm a multi-dimensional being sharing a human experience, so I know I operate in multiple dimensions, but I ain't know I was fucking them up in the other dimensions like that. I ain't know I was buckling knees in the other dimensions, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I was at work. Yeah, I know I'm doing some shit in the other dimensions. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm, because all the dimensions moving at the same time. You know what I mean? He had some shit and he was trying to transpire against me. And the universe wasn't having that shit. That's what it was. That's why it seemed like everything he do about to crumble. That's why his life about to be in shambles. That's why he got to get those operation on them legs, feet all swolled up like that. Y'all seen him? Y'all seen him like a wildebeest, living like a wildebeest. You know what I'm saying? Fucking dog done shit it in the middle of the bed, and he just made the bed up, sleeping on top of dog shit. talking about some, he got to get some stuff for flies because there's flies all in his room. No, it's dog shit all in your room. Huh? That's why nobody never went to that part of the house. Nobody never went upstairs. It was like a abandoned house. When you go up there, it was like you know how you like got like a party house, like it's like a bed in there and it ain't that much stuff. That's the type of house it was. Like they just used that place to come to from time to time to have fun and shit like that. It wasn't really like a family occupied farm. He sold all that lady's meat, all her lamb. He chopped up all that shit and sold it. That was not his farm. His brother was messing with the lady that owned the farm. And then, you know, I supposedly he was living in the basement helping her, and she ended up unalive while he was on vacation, supposedly. And that's how he ended up with the farm 2 or 3 years ago, and never paid taxes on that bitch. The whole time he had it, never paid taxes. They looking for his ass right now. And Danny Robinson thinks she about to sell that. Watch how many hiccups they run across. Huh? And that ain't even included once they find out that the documents is fraudulent, that they falsified the names on the document, that somebody else signed that lady name on there. Wait till that part happen. Him and his brother was behind a lot of that, changing those paperworks. His brother showed him how to get that property. That's why him and his brother try to hurry up and go down there and take care of it before the IRS bills, before the paper came in about it. Yeah, that whole thing was a scam. He was going to try to scam his neighbor out of his neighbor's land. That's why he was going over there when his neighbors and them was out of town and stuff like that. His neighbors would say, can you go check on the cows and, go check on that. He was in the process of scamming his neighbors out of the property. And if you don't believe that, you can go listen to Danny Robinson's first interview with him. And he slipped up and started talking about how he had a way to get his neighbor's land. Go listen to the interview yourself. Around the same time, he said, I'll just run around naked to get them off my property. Weird shit. And that's the person Danny Robinson backed up. Go listen to that first interview. He didn't even know how many people was in the house. He said that he didn't even say 7 was there. Danny Robinson had to ask him, was 7 there? Was his son 7 there? Then he said, oh yeah, the red-haired kid that looked like Annie Ann or whatever or Raggly Ann. That's what he said. Y'all go back and listen to the insensitive mother sucker. I'm trying to tell y'all something. See, y'all act like y'all don't hear it, but it's all right there. All of it's right there. Huh?
Ralph the Wise has rescued more women than Jaguar, right? Oh, die. And out of these women, none have appreciated it, and that shit ain't right. They turned their backs and told lies on our collective, saying violence is what we incite. Bitch, please, please. We fight demons, not people, so eliminate your negative assumption, because none of it is right. We're here to protect each other's energy, not to tear anyone down. Just because you see people in our Discord stating they wanna fight doesn't mean they're a part of our collective. Undercover wanna be detectives, spies with lies in which we despise, makes your assumptions very deceptive. From Bonnie
You know the soul
Sit back and just you listen. When love comes, it's on a mission. With your mind, you get choice. Can't ignore your inner voice. You know that sweet gut feeling, all that it's been revealing. You already know we're good to go. Ain't nobody gonna steal the show. Your heart's led to me, tethered to me, platinum chord right to me. Your heart's led to me. So what they talking about? They don't know. It's love. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. They look at us with their bad mind. It don't matter. We're fine, baby. We're good. We're tight. But they love to start a fight. We don't care what they do. We're good to go. Just us two. Over there, so remiss, mad cause we got love like this. They already know we're good to go, so nobody gonna steal the show. Your heart's led to me, your heart's led to me, tethered to me, platinum chord right to me. Your heart's led to me. So what they talking about? Smart and we listen to our heart. They never tear us apart. We've been tied from the start. If they try to play smart and we listen to our heart, they never tear us apart. We've been tied from the start. Your heart's led to me, tethered right to me. You're right to me. Platinum chord to me, right to me. Your heart's led to me. So what they talking about? They don't know. Your heart's led to me, tethered to me, platinum chord right to me. Your heart's led to me. What they on about? It's love. They don't know. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. You know the soul does its role, the heart's doing what it's told. Sit back and just you listen. When love comes, it's on a mission. With your mind, you get choice. Can't ignore your inner voice. You know that sweet gut feeling, all that it's been revealing. You already know we're good to go. Ain't nobody gonna steal the show. Your heart's led to me, tethered to me, platinum chord right to me. Your heart's led to me. So what they talking about? They don't know. It's love. They don't know. It's love. They don't know. It's love.
Namaste, I stay salutations, shalom, peace, love is love. If y'all haven't heard that someone love y'all today, let me be the first but not the last to tell you that I love you.
They love to start a fight. We don't care what they do. We're good to go, just us two. Over there, so remiss, mad cause we got love like this. They